Hey guys, welcome to a realistic day in the life of a small business owner. Let's get started. As an entrepreneur, my days are often unpredictable and demanding, but I've learned that starting with a solid morning routine sets me up for success. For me, that means hitting the gym and getting a good workout in. It's not just about physical health though. It's about clearing my mind, getting focused, and building energy for the day ahead. Today's workout is all about chest, back, and triceps. I like to mix it up and keep challenging myself, but I also believe in listening to my body and taking rest days when I need them. As a business owner, it's easy to get burned out or neglect your own well-being, but I found that taking care of myself actually makes me a better entrepreneur in the long run. Right now it is 4:35 in the morning. It is November 21st. Today I am going to be taking you guys on a day in the life of my perspective. I know that my brother has his own routine and he does his own things in the business, and I'm doing other stuff in the business, but today we're going to be following myself and we're going to see what I do on a regular basis. Now, one thing to know is that right now we are at a stage where we know exactly what to do, and it's somewhat boring. We're mostly in the computer, but it's still pretty fun. It's still pretty nice to see what it's like in the day of an entrepreneur, a business owner who's been doing this for going on 6 years in this business. There's been a lot of ups and downs. There's been a lot of learning progress, and yeah, so just stick around and we'll head to the warehouse. The gym session gets me energized, but it's the quiet morning hours that help me get focused. I try to be out the door by 4:45 a.m., which gives me a 15-minute drive to the warehouse. It's a great time to reflect on the day ahead and mentally prepare for the tasks that need to be done. Morning, Stella. Morning, Cindy. What's up? As soon as I arrive, I grab my trusty Diet Coke from the fridge because we don't drink our calories here. Then, I dive into my morning routine. First things first, I update our analytics for our daily meeting. This helps me stay on top of our performance metrics and sales numbers. Next, I tackle my emails. It's amazing how much of a difference it makes to get a head start on responses before the rest of the team arrives. Today, I also need to follow up with some manufacturers about tool samples we're testing out. And finally, I schedule the daily task for our media team, making sure everyone's on the same page and we're moving forward on our projects. Now that the morning tasks are out of the way, I'm diving into one of my key projects, creating a window tint course. As someone who's been in the industry for a while, I've learned a lot about what it takes to succeed. I remember how tough it was to get started, and I want to make it easy for others. This course is designed to be a valuable resource for anyone looking to build a successful business in the window tinting industry. Scripting and organizing the course content is a big job, but it's worth it.
It's freaking cold in the warehouse. So like you see there's no type of heating, cooling. It does get extremely cold. So right now I'm trying to set these up so then we won't be as cold. Because my hands are freezing.
Yep. That's the oil, no? Yeah. It's roughly 6:34, and just to give you a quick update, I know that I got to the warehouse at around 4:55, and as soon as I got there, I updated some analytics for the whole company. I updated the sales, any returns, any mistakes that we did. I also responded to some emails, and I was scripting for up and coming video, which is going to be the end of the year video that we have planning for the channel right now. Usually that's how my routine happens, which that's what I'm doing right now. I'm dropping off a vehicle for a customer. That's my usual schedule, around 5 to 6:30. And I know that if I get focused and locked in into a task that's gonna take a lot of my brain power, I know that off the bat, come 6:30, I'm gonna have to leave. So I try to do some things here and there that do require some of my brain power, but I do things that I don't even have to worry about, or I don't even have to think, which is emails, analytics, scripting a video that won't take me a while or that won't take me a long time. With the vehicles, I know that takes me roughly about an hour, at max an hour and a half, to drop off a vehicle to the customer, pick it up. So coming back, that's when I really get focused on the things that require a lot of my brain power. So for example, right now, I know that we're in the process of making a course. As soon as I get to the warehouse, I put my headphones on and I start working. I start scripting out the video because I don't have an interruption from the minute I get to the warehouse, which is around 7:30, all the way to 12. I don't have a distraction. I can just focus. We'll keep you updated, and peace. Now that the morning duties are wrapped up, it's time to deliver a customer's car. We don't always drop off cars. Sometimes we just pick them up, and other days we do both. But today, we're making a delivery, and we like to go the extra mile. Literally, we always top off the gas tank so that the car is ready to go and the customer feels appreciated. It's the little things like this that make a big difference in customer satisfaction. And for us, it's not just about getting the job done. It's about building relationships and trust with our customers. After the drop-off, my brother Juan will swing by to pick me up. We make it a point to ride together whenever we can, whether it's to pick up or drop off. It's a great way for us to catch up, discuss the day's schedule, and just enjoy each other's company. It's one of the perks of working with family. Alright guys, quick update. I just finished dropping off the car. My brother's waiting for me to get picked up. So that's just another quick update. Cool. Yeah, we're fucking matching. We're matching. Yep. After the drop-off, it's back to the office to tackle some of the more challenging tasks on my plate. Right now, that means diving back into the window tint course I'm creating. This project requires a lot of mental energy and focus, so I try to dedicate large blocks of interrupted time to it. For me, this is what's known as deep work, the ability to focus without distractions and make meaningful progress on complex tasks. It's not always easy, but it's essential for making progress on big projects like this course. I found that the morning hours before lunch are usually the most productive time. With no meetings or appointments scheduled, I can just put my head down and work. It's amazing how much you can accomplish when you can just focus without interruptions. It's lunchtime. Finally a chance to take a breather and recharge. The morning's been productive, but it's been intense. Creating content, working on the course, and tackling other tasks that require a lot of mental energy. Lunch is my chance to unwind, relax, and refuel. I usually grab something quick and easy, and take a few minutes to scroll through social media, catch up on the news, or just watch some YouTube. Alright guys, so quick update. Right now it's roughly about 12 noontime, 12 something, and that's usually when we have lunch. So right now we are going to be having my brothers here. I know that, what's up? I know that in this day in the life we've been following mostly myself, and I know you do something completely different in the business, which right now you had to pick up for a few things. So the moment we got here till now lunchtime, how I mentioned, it was more of the deep work because there's less distractions. What you did yesterday was completely different than what you did today. I guess for updates, what did you have going on today?
The nitty gritty, the things that we have to do, the ads, Amazon ads, working on the products, making sure that they're optimized to be able to start selling, and not just selling, but selling more. So that was the main one. And also interviews, because I know part of that is getting the customer service right, being able to communicate the customer feedback to the right departments to be able to better the product. And so through that, we're going to increase the reviews, we're going to be able to increase the price, through that, the profit margin. And so interviews today, and we actually did make a decision on the hiring, and it's going to be the person that came in today. She's the person in a while that has really impressed me, so she's going to be hired. She was offered, and so it's just a matter of seeing whether she accepts it.
So that's what my brother has going on. And I guess just a quick update on the soda tally. How many sodas do you have for today?
Might be my 5th or 6th.
5th day? Because I was recording how many sodas we have going on. I know that at least for me, this is going to be my 3rd because I already opened it, and this is going to be my 4th for lunch. And then
that's my 5th.
Your 5th?
But by the end of the day, I'll probably have around 8 or 9. And that's daily, which is bad. Weekends are better though, because it's just the availability.
It's the availability, but I know that also on my end, it's something to just sip on. I know while you're working, you're concentrated. Granted, we could drink water. You're gonna be going back to the same thing because I know we have lunch around 12:30, 12:45, all the way to 1:15. After that, it's more of everything else that we need to do from the morning and any other miscellaneous tasks.
Back to it again.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the rest of the day.
Yep. So, how I mentioned today, we are gonna be following myself. So, if you do want to see Juan's perspective and point of view, then just leave it in the comments and we'll have that up and running. At least for me, what I have going on is that I know we need to finalize one of the samples for the window tints. Some of the samples, so I'm going to be working on installing them and testing them out. So that's what my day is going to look like. The heavier stuff, the thing that requires more brain power, is towards the morning. That way towards the afternoon, if I have a meeting or if I have a one-on-one or like right now the samples, then it's not going to distract the deep work, but that's what I have going on. After lunch, my workday shifts into a slightly different gear. I tackle smaller tasks that don't require the same level of intense focus as my morning work. Things like responding to emails, working on smaller scripts, and handling other administrative tasks are all on my agenda. These tasks are important, but they're not as mentally demanding as the deep work I did earlier in the day. I found that breaking up my day like this helps me stay productive. By saving these smaller tasks for after lunch, I can still get them done without feeling overwhelmed or distracted. Now that I've tackled some of the smaller tasks on my list, it's time to dive into one of the most important parts of my day, testing samples for the window tinting course. We received a bunch of packages from manufacturers today, and I'm excited to dig in and start testing. These samples are crucial in helping me refine the course and figure out the best plan of action when it comes to ordering supplies. Quick update. I know that I am going to be testing out the sample window tints, but package arrived for the window tints we're going to be offering for the course. We're going to take a look at them and we're going to see how they come out. I ordered samples from 3 different suppliers. This is from one of the suppliers, so let's see how well the quality of the tools are. As I start opening up the packages, I can see that we've got a wide range of tools and hardware, as well as actual rolls of tints. This is going to be a fun process, but it's also a critical one. I need to make sure that the materials and techniques I'm teaching in the course are the best they can be. I start by examining each sample carefully, looking for things like quality, durability, and ease of use. I'm also thinking about how each sample will perform in different scenarios and how they'll interact with other materials and tools. As I test each sample, I'm taking detailed notes and making observations. This is going to help me identify the strengths and weaknesses of each sample and make informed decisions about which ones to include in the course. This process can be time consuming, but it's essential. I want to make sure that the students who take this course are getting the best possible education and that they're learning from the most effective and efficient techniques and materials available. As I work my way through the samples, I start to get a sense of which ones are going to be the most useful and which ones might need more additional research or testing. It's a process of elimination, but it's also a process of discovery. I love this part of the process because it's where the course really starts to come together. I can see the pieces falling into place, and I know that I'm creating something truly valuable for my students. As the day winds down, I like to take a few minutes to tie up any loose ends and make sure everything is in order for the next day. First things first, I check my emails to see if anything urgent has come in. I respond to any messages that need my attention and make a mental note to follow up on anything that requires more action. Next, I hop into Slack to catch up on any messages from my team. We use Slack to communicate and collaborate on projects, so it's essential to stay on top of conversations and make sure I'm not missing anything important. Finally, I check Asana to review my task and see what's been accomplished. I like to take a moment to reflect on what's been done and make a plan for what needs to happen tomorrow. This end of the day routine helps me stay organized, focused, and ready to tackle whatever challenges come my way tomorrow. It's a habit that's taken some discipline to develop, but it's been a game changer for my productivity and stress levels. Alright guys, it is roughly 3:57, getting towards the end of the day. So we've been in the warehouse roughly 11 hours, maybe, give or take. And other times we stay a little bit longer. It's not always going to be exactly the same time that we're going to head out. Today was roughly somewhat of how a typical day looks like. I know towards the beginning of the business it was a little bit more exciting, where we would fulfill orders, we would get shipments, we would deliver shipments, we would have more meetings. That's how it was in the beginning, because there was a lot of things to do to set up certain standards. I know now it has gotten a little more stable, more structured, to where we know exactly what to do and we just go ahead and do it. So most of our days are pretty boring. For example, today was boring per se. And that's the thing, a lot of people think that being an entrepreneur is fun, which it is fun, and you do a lot of fun stuff. And that's towards the beginning, because you're always doing something new. You're setting up a new structure, you're setting up a new procedure, you're setting up a new product, a new service, a new offer. So there's a lot of things to do, and it makes it fun and exciting. Right now, the company is doing roughly $3 million in top line revenue. So a lot of the systems that we have in place are going to be set. We are going to change them in the future if they need to. But for now, we know exactly what to do. And our focus is always going to be the same thing day in, day out. My focus is get in the warehouse towards the beginning of the day, reply to emails, schedule people's work, do analytics. And so I do that because I know that we're going to have to go drop off a car to a customer, either drop it off or pick it up. And then coming back, I usually come back around 7:30, 8:30, and then all the way to 12:30. That's when I have my heavy workload, where I'm just focused, put my headphones on, and I just work. After that, we go to lunch. After that, I just do things that don't require a lot of work, because I know that there's going to be more distractions. And then I already took my break by going to lunch. So for me to get focused, it's gonna take a while, and I only have a few hours to work. So if it needs to get done, I'll go ahead and get it done. But for the most part, like example, today we're testing out samples, which I only got to cutting the samples, labeling them. That way, come either tomorrow or the following week, all we have to do is test them out. And so that's what we're going to be doing, which if you're interested in that, to see how we are going to be testing out the films, coming out with the course, coming out with the brand, stay tuned, because we are going to be showing that in another video. On my brother's end, it's a little bit more exciting. Again, if you want to see that, let us know in the comments and we'll go ahead and show it. Today was just you riding along to see how a typical day of mine looks like. Now I'm going to go home and spend some time with my wife, spend some time with my daughter. You know, I have a newborn, and yeah, just watching her grow, it's going by really quick. And so I'm just trying to spend as much time, even though I'm tired. That's the life of being an entrepreneur. You have to take care of your responsibilities at work, with the business, and then at the same time, if family is something you value, it's spending time with your family. And now less and less time for yourself. Like before, I used to watch shows, I used to watch movies. That was a cop. But yeah, guys, so this is towards the end of the vlog. I have showed you most of my day, and it's gonna be the same thing day in, day out. Let me know what you think of my day, and if you want to see anything in particular, comment down below. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.